Good morning.
My name is Melissa.
And I'm Rhonda.
And together we are MaverickRx. Today we have a couple of guests with us we're excited to talk to. On my screen below me is Joe. Joe, where are you?
I'm to your left.
Oh, isn't that funny about Zoom where you're like, hey, the guy down there, but he's not.
You're pointing to Tasha when you point
right.
Like
That's
this.
funny. You are below on mine too. So you are, and I'm above her.
So yeah, we have Joe and Tasha with us today. We're going to talk about the Nice to See You concert that's happening Saturday here in Plainfield, or in your home, I guess, in Plainfield. Pretty pumped about that. Let me grab a couple of links here, folks.
Yeah. Hang on.
Bear with me. I don't want to leave that page. So
I just
Joe,
say, I was just going to say, as you're pulling up the links, can I just say it is so excited to be on the Coffee Clutch show. I've been such an avid follower for so long.
Well, thank you for joining us. I'm happy to have you here.
Absolutely.
We have fun. Some days we talk about nonsense, and some
nonsense.
Well, then this is the right show.
Then you're in the right place, right?
Yep.
That's right. Yeah. So I think this will look nice. I hope.
Are you doing Facebook?
I am. You doing Instagram?
I will.
Okay.
Joe was looking for us, so
Oh yeah, we have a couple of folks that have a hard time finding us. For some reason, it's like not showing up right away in our stream on the channel, so that's a little weird. So Joe, you didn't mention when you hopped on the call, we were all, hens about the.
I just stayed back and I was knowing my place right there.
It's like I'm gonna wait. How's it treating you?
How is this moment in history treating me?
Yes.
Yeah, it's really fascinating. I have been blessed enough to be connected to an industry that has persevered through this moment. The housing industry is obviously something that will continue on. But with that being said, our entire workforce has been displaced within a moment's notice to be working out of their home, like so many.
Yeah.
And so it's been a real interesting transition, not just for the industry, but on a personal level. I'm home with my kids. I have such a different appreciation for my wife and what she deals with on a moment-to-moment basis. Yeah.
How old are your kiddos?
I have a 4-year-old daughter, Evelyn, and a 2-year-old son, Will. So.
Oh yeah,
she's like in the thick of it. Those are the rough years.
Yeah.
Oh, let me tell you, and I still can't even sit here today and tell you that I fully appreciate what she goes through.
Yeah.
But I can tell you that there will be a whole different respect when she says, "What time are you getting home from the office?"
You're like 5:02, my
5:02. Yeah, exactly. But we're surviving. I mean, I think, look, at the end of the day, so many of you, as I follow your guys' show, Rhonda, Melissa, and obviously Tasha and I talk about it, I think this is bringing something out of everyone. And I think what it brings out of you is going to be remembered. And I think what it brings out of you is really significant to the character of what you try to embody and what you try to show your family. Your kids are always watching, your friends, your coworkers. And so for me, although every day, as we were saying, there you have good days and bad days, trying to stay above it. But thank you for asking.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad to hear that I'm not surprised, but I'm glad to hear that you're maintaining your optimistic attitude.
Absolutely.
Okay, so let's talk about this concert a little bit. It is the brainchild of whom?
Yeah, go ahead, Tasha.
Do you want me to go, Joe? So,
his brilliance.
Well, actually, it's very interesting the way that this came all about. So John Evans, who is a member of the Plainfield Lions Club, actually kind of started the idea. And Joe's a part of the Plainfield Lions. Andrew Buttermer, who's on our committee, is a part of the Lions Club. And so they kind of got together and started throwing around some ideas. And, after that, it was Joe then was talking to Tom Weiler, who's a part of the Plainfield Kiwanis, who then was like, we need to get the chamber involved. So that's how we got involved. And then we added in the Plainfield Junior Women's Club and the Rotary Club. And so it all came from one man who had this idea of bringing something to everybody in their homes and celebrating Plainfield. And it is just blown out of the water. It's amazing to see how many people are following it, how many people want to watch it. And I know Joe and I both are really excited to MC it. And I think it's just going to be a great thing for our community and an opportunity to raise some funds for our community.
For sure.
Yeah.
So as MCs, do you guys have like a script? Are you planning this out?
Well,
Are
you know
off
what? It's
the
funny.
topic?
It's funny you say that because I think that there's an outline, and you know, again, to Tasha's point, shout out to our good friend Tom Weiler, who really has taken the reins on the production side of this thing. I think like all of a sudden, as Tasha was saying, we started going down this road on this idea, and it was like one of those things where it's like, oh, this sounds cool, and then all of a sudden, when we got past a certain point, it was like, oh man, we better show the heck up right now because all of a sudden people are catching on to this thing.
Right,
so
right.
we were like, we better take it seriously. No, so we have an outline, but I think that in true fashion, we want this to be as genuine and as real, to make it feel like everyone is either having, you know, a garage party, a backyard party,
Right.
a little get together at Settlers Park. We want this to feel as connected as possible. So we're gonna do our best to stick to an outline that obviously highlights the local artists, highlights the service organizations, highlights the unbelievable essential workers within Plainfield that have been showing up every single day for us. But at the same time, we want it to just be super conversational and have people feel like they're sitting right next to us enjoying the refreshment of their choice, you know?
Yeah. I love that.
It'll be interesting for sure, but it'll be fun. And I think, like Joe just said, it's being real. And, you know, sometimes you don't need a script. You just need those little outline notes and kind of
Right.
take it as it is. So yeah,
Roll
we're
with
looking
it.
forward to it.
Okay, so I see 4 performers.
Mhm.
One I'm familiar with, grew up with Seth Mercer, so I'm excited about that.
Yeah,
So
he's
good.
great.
And then the others I don't know. How did you guys get these folks on board? Were they just like, we need something to do? Yep, we're in.
Yeah. I mean, Tasha, maybe you can kind of talk a little bit about Erica Miner, and I'll kind of talk about the other ones. But yeah, Tasha, go ahead,
Absolutely.
start off.
So and Joe will talk about the other ones, but Erica Miner is also a part of Plainfield Junior Women's Club. And when we were looking at the different people that we were asking to perform, all these people are from Plainfield. They live in Plainfield, so they perform around Plainfield. Erica actually has performed on open mic nights down at Uptown Tap in downtown. So
Nice.
she does have a little bit of, of a following, and she's super talented. She does a lot of stuff live from her house. She'll record things. So really excited to have her, and really wanted a diverse group of people that were going to be there. So that's ultimately how, that came about. And Kristen, obviously being a part of the event, brought her up, and it was like, it was a no-brainer to ask her to go ahead and do this. So it's a great opportunity for them.
Yeah, she's been super fun. I have never heard her perform, and so I kind of like went and stalked her on Facebook and went and stalked her on Apple Music, and she's just got an unbelievable sound. The other artist behind this thing, as you said, Seth Mercer, yet another one who, I'm kind of still a little bit of the new guy here in Plainfield, but I guess he has had a huge following in Plainfield for a very, very long time. I went and stalked him as well. But the other 2 groups I do know very well. First and foremost, 83 Acoustic Trio. This is kind of a crazy story if I can have a minute to tell it.
Go for it.
Yeah.
So I was running an event. This is like so crazy. I was running an event in 2017, right when Freedom Brothers Pizza opened up on 119th and Route 59. And I'm running this event for my business. It was actually in collaboration with the Lakes of Plainfield Life magazine for the Lakelands. And all of a sudden, this server comes up to me and he's like, "Hey, what's up, man?" He was like, "I am not even serving your party." He goes, "But you just seem like someone I need to know." This is what this guy said to me. And I'm like, "Well, you're right." I go, "But who are you?" And he's like, "Well, I'm a lead singer of this band, and I just wanted to give you my card. And I don't know if it's gonna ever be important to you or not, or if you ever need music, but let me know." So I literally took that card, Melissa and Rhonda. I took that card, I put it on my desk, and it sat there for 11 months. 11 months to the date. Tasha calls me and she's like, "Hey, Joe, I think we got an opening for you to run a chamber networking night at your office. Would you like to do that?" And I'm like, "Yeah, totally, absolutely." And in my mind, I love a great party, so I'm like, we're gonna blow this thing up, So I'm sitting there and thinking, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? And all of a sudden, I stare at this card that's been sitting on my desk for 11 months, and so I call this guy, and his name is Adam Domain, and he is the lead singer of 83. And I called him. I said, "Hey, man, I don't know if you remember me. My name is Joe Lagiglia. I met you at Freedom Brothers." It's like, "Oh, Joe, I totally remember you. That was like 11 months ago." I go, "Hey, man," I checked you out on YouTube. I really love your sound. And the sound that 83 has, it's such a wide array of music from like the 60s, like grassroots blues, to all the way to current day time. And the way that their sound is, it is truly an acoustic trio. And so long story short, I hired him for that event. He knocked it out of the park. We had about 100 people at this Chamber Network night. From that event, they were completely booked for like a year because people were like, who are these guys? And from that point, he has, you know, obviously provided so much enjoyment through entertainment in our community. And so 83, who is with Adam Hill, who I don't know if you guys know Adam Hill or not. He runs as part of the band program at, I believe it's Romeoville High School.
Yep, you're correct.
He's part of the drum line for the Bears and the Bulls. So he's a part of this group. And I believe Michael, his last name escapes me at the moment, but he plays the guitar in the group. And this to me is such an amazing sound. And I'll share this with you guys. This out of all 4 groups, this is the one that is literally live streaming in different locations. So
really?
So this is going to be so fascinating to see that play out.
The production of, I've been seeing that my church has been doing that every week on their live. And I find it just fascinating how one's on the keyboard, one's playing the bass, one playing the guitar, one's singing, another person singing. I'm like, this is like so fascinating to me how they're like mixing it all together.
Well, and Rhonda, it's so funny you bring up your church because the other group, Davina Lini Lopes, they are the worship lead team at Community Christian Church in Plainfield. And you can follow them. They've been going live from their living room, playing music, just an unbelievable sound. And interestingly enough, just to back that up, speaking of how is my church doing this? How are they doing this? Tasha and I and the group, we went and basically demanded our good friend Brandon Bernicke, who runs the platform for Community Christian Online. You know, they had over 20,000 people tune in for their Easter Sunday service, and it went off without a hitch. And again, as we were coming up with this idea, we were like, oh, we'll just do a Zoom live. It'll be no big deal. And we were like, wait a minute. If 10,000 people jump online, we got to make sure we have this thing going right. So anyways, so that's the grouping, and it is going to be the most unbelievable sound. And it's going to be something for everybody, for families, for every type of ear for music. It's going to be super enjoyable.
Well, and what's cool about it is an hour, and each act is playing anywhere between 2 and 3 songs. So, I mean, it's literally going to be that 1 full hour just packed with fun entertainment, you know. And something else to add about 83, I mean, they've become extremely popular in, you know, not only just in the Plainfield area, but the Chicagoland area. But they've done a lot of events for the chamber itself as well. They've actually performed in my backyard during the summer. So they're fun, but all of them are, and they're all super talented. And to see people from Plainfield being able to put on this show, you know, for Plainfield, I think is what, you know, meant a lot to me, and I'm sure the rest of the group as well.
Yeah. So how long have you guys both lived here in Plainfield?
Tasha, go ahead.
Say that again. I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you. Say that again.
How long have you lived here?
In Plainfield.
I'll jump off it. She's figuring that out. So I moved to Plainfield in 2015. Did not know anyone in this town. We built a home right behind Larry's Diner over on Van Dyke in 126. And I will be here for a very long time. I told my wife when we went through that process, we built a home and had a baby at the same time. I said, I'll never do that again. So it was an amazing moment, but we've been here since 2015. And these last 5 years have just been so incredible. I tell Tasha all the time, as much as all of us on this call right now have serving hearts, this community has served me in these last 5 years more than I could have ever anticipated when I moved here. And that's all that I'm trying to do. And I know that's what you guys are trying to do too, is just try to give even a portion of that back to make our community a better place, because it really is, I believe, the best place to live.
That is a great time. So Tasha, how long have you lived in Plainfield?
I actually have been in Plainfield since 2014. So I had started working for the chamber in 2013 and then moved into Plainfield. I only lived a town away, but you know, to start being more active in Plainfield as the executive director, it's definitely, I've been able to watch our community grow. I've been able to watch so many changes and things, and kind of, as you know, Joe said, it's those relationships that have become extremely important in this community. And, you know, Joe and I actually talked about it this past weekend on his show. I specifically remember the first time I met Joe, it was at a chamber event for another member. And, you know, that relationship just grew. I watched him and Tom's relationship at our annual awards a few years back, who now they run social event networking. So it's been really fun to watch all the interaction, you know, with friends and, you know, chamber members and stuff. But yeah, so 2014 officially have been living in Plainfield. So.
Nice, nice. All right, so tell me about the shirts. We gotta know.
Yeah.
So this is actually, and it says Plainfield Strong. This is another fundraiser that I had a member come to me and say, hey, we want to do something for our downtown businesses and restaurants. And that person is Carissa Barabal. So she is one of the owner's wives of Uptown Tap. And these shirts just came off the press yesterday. So we just got them, and they are going to be selling these on their website starting later today. And the proceeds are going to go back towards our downtown community. So businesses that are down there and restaurants. I'm really excited to be a part of that and to be able to promote these shirts. I think it's a great opportunity. So later on today, I'll be doing a live downtown with them and kind of promoting it a little bit more. So we wanted to be able to share and show these shirts to you guys and to our community and get people revved up about them. So yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Well,
Awesome.
Those are awesome. It's amazing how many different things are going on virtually to support the community. I've been so impressed by it. I mean, just the groups for, you know, the takeout group, there's like a running group. There's just so many fun things that I think people have transitioned to take control of, to kind of like, hey, I've got, you know, this fun thing going or this awesome thing going.
You know, it's funny on that point, Melissa. Obviously, having moved here in 2015, I'm very much connected to other communities, and people have been nonstop over the last 30 days commenting to me privately on saying, I cannot believe what Plainfield is doing to be able to support their own. And I think, to your point of what you just shared, I think it's so relative to say that around every single corner, someone's coming up with a new and innovative idea to be able to lift up the people who need it most during this time. And it's just, it's remarkable when you're in it, you can feel it sort of, but when you have these third parties from the outside looking in saying, my town's not doing nothing, you know, and you hope that you're inspiring people and things like that. But I think it's a great thing that you just shared there.
I definitely think we rock it out on with a sense of community. I mean, I feel that always. I've been here. I just realized, well, I didn't just realize, but I was actually, so we're taking out every week. Once a week is my thing with takeout, and we're going to different places. And I just recently found online Bocce's. So Bocce's is like, when we first moved here in 1998, that was my favorite pizza place. So I was like, oh my God. So I put it on my Facebook page. I'm like, this is my next takeout adventure. I had my husband's 30th surprise party there, like back in the day. You know, it's in the church. And I'm just like, I didn't even know it's the same owners. And I was just like super excited. And then all these people are like, oh my gosh, I remember Bocce's. And it's like, it really is like just being at the Y, the sense of community there, and just me working at DNA, the sense of community there. It's just like everybody really does try to just boost each other up. And just even on our coffee clutch, the people, we have our little fundraiser, which I think we'll present to you guys. So maybe if you know.
I'm already in for 5 gift cards.
Thanks.
Oh yeah, I love it. So
told you I'm a fan of the show.
Watchers called me and said, hey, what do you think about this? You know, helping out do a thank you for the Edwards ER. And we loved it. So it's just, and I was getting texts all day yesterday. I'm in for this. I'm in for this. So it's so awesome.
It really is. It really is. We are thankful for everybody to step up and help. And obviously we're praying everybody gets through this as smoothly as possible. So before, I want to wrap it up, but I do want to mention how people can get to see Nice to See You Plainfield. I have the link for the GoFundMe. And I'm going to drop that here in YouTube chat, and then we'll bring it over to Well, that's quite a link. Holy Toledo.
Nice to see you, Plainfield.com. Melissa, as I pull up, do you mind if I share your screen as Tasha talks about how people can get connected to this?
No, I don't mind.
Okay, awesome. Tasha, why don't you go ahead and tell the peeps all the different ways that they can get involved here?
Yeah, so you're actually going to be able to view this concert directly through the Plainfield Area Chamber Facebook page. So it's just Plainfield Area Chamber. It'll be streaming live there. The GoFundMe page will be in that while we're streaming live, so people can donate while we're, during the concert. You can also donate now if you don't know if you're going to get an opportunity to watch the concert. So that's one of the main ways that it's going to be streaming. But then also I know just pretty much everybody that's a part of the committee is going to be streaming this, sharing it through their pages as well. So definitely encourage everybody to jump on board at 4 o'clock. And a little birdie told me that you guys have a watch party for this weekend. Am I correct that you guys created a watch party?
Yes, we are creating a watch party. We are going to do it. Hold on, I'm putting.
We were thinking we'd maybe even start it a little earlier through a Zoom and do a Zoom and do a little happy hour before.
We like
cocktails a little bit. So we're thinking we'll probably do a Zoom about 3:45, 3:30ish. Get folks on, and then we're just gonna sit with our devices next to us as if we're together.
So good. And I just want to say this one last piece to kind of, really hit home as far as what this event means. So many people in our community are hurting right now. And so we want to make sure that the message is received, that there is no pressure to give during this event. We're only asking people to give what you can, if you can. But really the main purpose is to give everybody a moment to escape from some of the harsh realities that we're facing right now, and to leverage entertainment to be able to bring some joy to the households that are out there. Certainly these essential workers and everybody that has been continuing to lift up this community, this is just a big thank you to all of you. And so we just wanted to make sure that that point was received more than anything, because I think that's what our community needs right now. And we're just thankful to the MaverickRx show for having us on today.
We're glad.
Absolutely. Thank you.
And one more thing. So where do we get those shirts? Where can people grab those?
It's going to be through Uptown Tap, through their website.
Okay.
I'm waiting for them to send over the link. So this afternoon, it'll go live for everybody and you can purchase them. They do have a bunch that they already ordered, and then they will order more as more people purchase them through them. So, and you'll be able to pick them up directly at Uptown, which is a great opportunity to, so if you're getting takeout, you can also pick up your shirt. So
awesome.
So I will share that link with you guys as soon as I get it from Chris.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Thank you guys for joining us today. We really
thank you.
Thank you for having us. I can't wait to have you guys on our show soon.
Yeah,
just so you know.
Yeah, totally.
We're excited. We're excited.
Absolutely. Thank you guys.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Okay, so I got all the links going where I think I want them going, but it didn't work out well. I posted the link and it didn't show me a picture. It never does what I want it to do. It never does. All right, lady, how are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I am super excited about the concert. I really am. I feel like it is such a great thing to do. It's something to look forward to. We haven't had a weekend social kind of ish event to look forward to in a long time. So I'm super excited about the show. And of course, I like Seth Mercer a lot. So
yeah,
that's a bonus.
Totally.
Your dad wants a shirt. My dad loves shirts. Okay, Dad, I'll get you a shirt.
Well, they are pretty awesome.
They are pretty cool. For sure.
I think I'm gonna have to get. I'm with your dad. I like shirts.
Everybody wants a shirt. Everybody needs to have the Plainfield Strong shirt. All right. Well, I think we kind of got to wrap it up here.
Wait. Okay. Any questions there?
Any questions? I haven't got any questions.
Okay.
From Dad.
So, for people, I am gonna go around doing some pickups today for the gift cards. Was there anyone on here that wants me to come pick them up? Please message me today, because or tomorrow. I'm going to do pickups today and tomorrow.
Okay, well, I know that Renata's ready, and I know that Julie's ready. She's got 16 done, and I know Renata's got a few done. Liz said she was gonna do 10. Janet's got a few. I'm not sure if Janet, if you're still here, if you're ready.
Okay.
Aaron is ready. I'll do Aaron Thursday, I'm thinking, Aaron. And then we got Joe. So, and then me and
I have several that texted me yesterday.
yeah, I saw that. Hey, you know, Laura Swenson is here, or was here. I don't know.
Morning, Laura.
Morning.
Hi, honey.
So this morning, good morning to you guys. We got Britt, Dory, Aaron, Janet, Mr. Joe, Kate, Renata, Liz. Did I say Janet already? Janet. I did. I get duplicates. And Charlie. Morning.
Okay. Morning.
Yeah, so Britt says if we need any help with pickups, let her know. Mr. Joe wants to know, do you want to pick up cash? Sure, we can pick up cash.
We'll pick up cash, yeah.
And then we can just, you know, create some extra cards. We're going to have a few extra cards. My kids and I have lots of stationery and stuff like that to just do. My light went out, guys. My light, you see?
Oh,
It went out.
it's usually me.
Usually you that goes out. No, not today. Not today. Today it's me. Always technical issues. Yes, we can come tomorrow. Janet would like Wednesday.
So Janet would like Wednesday.
Got it. Anybody, can you come tomorrow? Do you want to pick up cash? Mr. Joe has cash. We're just taking our notes here, folks. Taking our notes. And then we have Lagiglia has in for 5 cards. Okay, so I think that pretty much wraps it up. If you do have any questions, comments, questions about the cards, questions about the show this weekend, just, you know, send us a private message on Facebook or
That's probably the easiest way.
yeah, that's the easiest. Then we both see it, or of course you can directly contact one of us if you have that ability. That's it.
Yeah.
That's all I got today.
Okay. Are you ready for me?
Oh, it's a light that I need to be beautiful. Thank you, Dad. Yes, it's a light. It's a light. You need to have a light. That's how a person becomes prettier on air.
It is true. It does. It helps take away the wrinkles.
It takes away all your stuff. But this, you see it like you can see it closer to my face that it is on. It's just dim. I'm way out of town, so I'll bring them to one of you. I'll message Mav. Okay.
Who's
That's
that?
Liz Seaborg.
Oh, okay.
All righty.
All right.
Let's say our prayer, folks. Are you ready?
I'm ready. Milo's snoring over here. I don't know if anyone hears him.
I don't.
You got the chewer and I got the lazy fatso over here. So anyway, here we go.
Here we go.
Wondrous water. What comes to our mind when we hear the words living water? Maybe we see clear stream filled with all kinds of life rippling down a mountain, or the breathtaking view of an ocean with its powerful waves and ever-changing shoreline. What we probably don't picture is a mud puddle or a plastic kiddie pool filled with stagnant sludge. There's no life, no movement, no wonder in that, other than the toddler who jumps in for a splash. When Jesus spoke of living water to the woman at the well, he must have had a twinkle in his eye, because what he's offering is wondrous. It's the kind of life that others can't help but be drawn to, beautiful, dynamic, and filled with never-ending discovery. What he's offering in himself, and there's no end to the depths or heights of life in him. And I picked this one just because yesterday I was feeling like a mud puddle day, I guess I should say. So, and I need to look beyond that because there's more to, especially when he's involved. You know, I'm losing my words, but you guys feel me. You know what I'm trying to say.
Monday is always your worst day.
You're right, it is.
I am right about that. Yesterday was harder because she went down to see her brother-in-law's
Yeah,
grave.
that was really hard. It was my brother-in-law's, it was 4 years. I can't believe it's been 4 years since his passing.
It does seem like
Um,
time flew.
yeah, it did. And we got down there and Frank's aunt was actually sitting at the grave. And so we saw her and you know, I'm not like I can see the grave and then because I don't feel they're there, but you know, obviously wanted to visit the grave. And then we went to his mom's, we brought her a bunch of stuff and she stood in the door and we stood, you know, it's like 2 doors between us kind of.
Mm-hmm.
And they let her, she had her mask on and stuff and she just started bawling.
Mm-hmm.
And it was very, very heartbreaking because his mom wants to hug, first of all.
Yeah,
There's no doubt about that.
it's hard.
And it was a rough day for her, you know, like you know, I'm sure it's a hard day and it was, you know, it was hard. It was definitely kind of a hard day. So, but I was glad we went. I was glad we brought the stuff to her because I think it made her day.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
Well, I'm proud of you. You always do right by her, and I think that's wonderful.
So
today, what do you got going on? Anything exciting? I feel like you had a busy schedule you mentioned yesterday.
yeah.
Today you're running cards. Right.
Yeah, I am gonna do yoga at 9:30.
Oh, nice.
And then sorry guys.
No, it's okay, babe.
And then what am I gonna do after that? I'm gonna pick up cards and yeah, that's about it.
Good day. It's a good day.
And I still have lots of taco stuff left. So I think I'm gonna make chicken enchilada soup out of it today just because I gotta do something.
Do they have the ability to let you buy taco for less than 10 people?
You know, it's a minimum of 10.
Oh.
So, but it was like if I ordered us each 4 meals,
It cost more.
it was going to cost the same.
Oh.
And I was like, it may kind of need, worked out good, you know?
Yeah.
So it's a great deal.
Sure. Well, and I guess you could always freeze it.
Yeah. I mean, you could always freeze it.
That's true. All right, guys. Well, I am going to get my day started here. I'm working on a video. Wish me luck on that.
All right.
And yeah, happy Tuesday. Thank you for joining us. And let us know if you have questions about cards or the concert. Talk to you guys soon.
Bye.
Good morning. Bye.